Welcome in, folks. February 25th, we hosted the Era event. I'm joined by Stochastic GD, fellow sponsor and organizer. Say hello, Stowe.
Yellow.
Oh, wait, sorry. I'm getting some corrections. Stowe was unable to make it today. We have his son, Someguy GD. Say hi.
Anyway, yes, I am
Uh,
some guy GD, as known to Lost. Um,
we are also have the lovely Rust Bucket on. Rust made most of the videos for the Elden Ring Anniversary event alongside its montage, and he was also the lieutenant for Rivera Frogera on PC. Say hi, Rust.
Hey, how's it going?
Before we begin, I would like to give a few rounds of thank yous. So, first and foremost, to Rust Bucket, which I know he's here, but we're going to thank him in montage for all the wonderful videos. Each one was able to showcase every covenant just so beautifully. He had chances to really showcase what you can do on the Elden Ring engine with a lot of his future videos, and might I just say, really good commentary.
Thank
I
you. Thank you
would
very much.
I would like to thank DSW, Little Lambkin, Sip, Legatus Lex, Saurai, B-Beard, Marissa Nya, Bionids, Aeroth, Moda, Bucky French, Churchguard, Futzer, Riz, Seven, Dropout Dragon, Pincognito, Felix, Muggless, Hamwater, Lost Alternative, B-Fuzz, Fraud, and K-Style, Shui, Kidalicious, and Porcupine. On Xbox, I would like to give a lovely shout out to Zealous Soul for being our ambassador for the event and organizing people over there so that every platform card could participate. For PC, I would like to thank the Den, the Duelist Event Network, for organizing our tournament. That was a fair bit of fun, and I know it was a bit of a rough time without Seamless. I would like to thank Brenna on PlayStation Network for organizing his side of the tournament, and Genius Level for not only helping organize that, but also sponsoring it. Thank you. I'd like to give a big shout out to Shervik for this lovely event logo that we have, the gold coin, which has now turned red in lieu of the DLC, and Narcolept, the maker of Slugbot, for adding a unique system for tracking all of our victories. Likewise, I would like to thank the communities of St. Riot, Coop, Zielinski, Lost My Sanity, Rofo, Dang It JM, Ghost Hardware, Sadia, Crowley, Amir, Pix, and Nap for stepping up for when we end up crashing the matchmaking, and for over 650 people for taking part in our event. Thank you so much. We started the event at around 4 a.m. on PC on the 25th, and because of low activity, well, we all ended up just using a big group password, which was ERA. At around 9, we went to group passwords and we ended up breaking the servers. So, long story short, it can't handle more than 70 people at a time. We did it!
we
Uh,
finally managed to grief
yes, we finally
from
managed to
servers.
Yes, we have griefed players for so long, but now we finally broke. We finally got through. We twinked out on the servers. It was awesome. Reluctantly, we had to make a call to split the fund equally across every charity because we couldn't really manage all the wins. There was very rough organizing all that, and we ended up just going back to group password. 27 streamers showcased the event, and as we said earlier, 650 people participated. Overall, we raised 1.8K for the overall event, and Stowe has paid out 6.4K for the event. I have also thrown in 2.5K from my side, totaling up to just under 10K for the event overall. So thank you, folks. Now, on to Rust. Oh, hang on. Ugh, what are we seeing here? Can you turn up your mic? Sure. Rust, floor is all yours. Tell us about the event.
Yeah, so my name's Rush Bucket, and between myself and Montage, we coordinated a lot of the um, interviews and the showcases for each of the different covenants before the event, and we got to get a lot of insight on, what the different covenants were looking like. We got to see what the motivations were for a lot of the different covenants, and kind of the mindset going into it, and build up a little bit of hype for the event itself, just through seeing the passion and the work that each of the uh, Covenant leaders were putting into their Covenant for themselves. And it was really cool to see. It was really inspiring, to be honest, because so many people had, a very well thought out idea of what their theme was going to be. They had either some background, like chat related experience that had led them to the decision of what their covenant was going to be themed as. So, like, for example, with Stolovsky's, uh, his chat had this history of Lil Bro, which is the albinuric mask. And for his covenant, that was what the entire theme was. And so this was like primed and ready for him to get his own covenant started and to have everyone work together underneath that kind of theme. And people were stoked about it. So it worked out really, really well. For other people, like Sadia's group, the Blood Moon Guard, she had the same kind of thing where it had prior history in her chat. So then to translate it over into this event was just a seamless transition. So it's really interesting to see, you know, where all this came from, the inspiration and the build-up for what these different covenant leaders gave to their covenant and to breathe life into it, and then to see, where's it going to go in the future? Are they going to keep the theme going? Or are they going to try maybe even something different in the future? Try a different covenant theme? And only time will tell. But it was great to see that so many people were excited about it and put a lot of thought and effort into what it was that they were doing with their covenants. And yeah, it was a good time.
Okay, so what do we got for the future?
Well, Narcolept and I have talked a little bit, and we think we've managed to make a way that we can use From's matchmaking without things exploding. So that'll be nice. It's one of those unknown unknowns. I didn't think to get 70 to 100 people trying to use the arena at the same time. Live and learn. But with the DLC on the horizon, we don't really know when that's going to be. There was an event that I did prior to the charity Taunter's Tongue run, which was a clip contest focused on just sort of stylish plays and what have you, just sort of letting people express what you could do in the game, which I arranged for a number of folks to do their reviews. We had around, I think, 120, 130 clips to go through, which was pretty active. And the review process was an absolute delight to see on stream because it shared the sort of spirit of adventure and just sort of experimentation that underpins a lot of this community. And I told a number of people that when we got the DLC, I'd do it again. I'm going to have to think about how in the blazes I'm going to do it with more than just a couple of the communities now that things have kind of grown. So that's going to be fun. But I think it'll be great to see everyone's way of playing the game after they've had a couple more months, or please just months, just a little bit more time with the game to really solidify how they like to play and see what happens when that gets thrown entirely out the window with patches and with the existence of new options. So that will be a great deal of fun. And beyond that, there I have Stilovsky very correctly pointed out that we have spent a lot of time looking at the invasion and the PvP and the arena side of the community, but we really haven't done outreach across the lines to PvE. And I happen to help run one of the challenge run discords. We are very normal people, I swear. We just don't like upgrading things, and we don't talk to women, so we can't, level up. It's hard. It's hard being socially awkward sometimes. Um, and I think there are a number of things that can be learned from each community and having them interact. So that's a thought for the future. I'd like to have some folks that I know in the PvE side of things, get a sort of taste, or at least a bit of a curated experience, a guided tour of what the dueling and invading scene has to offer, and perhaps I can get some folks who have been a little bit sour on the PvE due to the constraints of build making. It's a big game, and you want to go invade somebody, so it can be frustrating to make your character. So you might not have noticed some stuff, and you might gain some new appreciation for what FromSoft has to offer by sort of letting folks interact and see what they can do. So those are the two things that I'm really thinking about for the future.
Well, folks, you've heard it here. This has been our post-mortem stream for the Elden Ring anniversary event. It'll be posted up on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, everywhere that we can put it. And hopefully you guys will stay tuned for our future events. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Russ, for being here. And thank you, Stowe.
Thanks for having us.